Imagine an economy where everyone owns something that matters: land, tools, a small business. That's distributism, a philosophy that says widespread ownership of productive materials are the key to real independence and dignity. It's about individuals and families having what they need to thrive and contribute. Picture a carpenter with his own shop or a farmer with her own plot. Let's dive in. So, where did distributism come from? It's got deep roots in Catholic social teaching. Think Pope Leo XII's Rerum Novarum in 1891, pushing for workers' rights and property for all. Then came two English writers, G.K. Chesterton and Hilaire Belloc, who took that spark and built it into a full-on philosophy. They're the architects of this idea, blending faith, fairness, and literary flair. Think of Chesterton's local pubs or Belloc's vision of yeoman farmers, simple human roots that still inspire. Here's the heart of distributism. Everyone should own something productive. A real stake in the game, maybe a small farm, a family shop, or a worker-run co-op. It's about giving as many people as possible the tools to stand on their own. Look at places like Kerala, India, where fishing communities own their boats and nets, or the Amish in the US, running family farms and workshops, more everyday owners. Distributism says keep it local. Subsidiarity means the smallest, closest level, your community, your family, should call the shots whenever possible. Think of a Vermont town meeting where locals vote on their budget, or a neighborhood in Copenhagen running its own energy co-op. It's about trusting the roots. Distributism loves small, decentralized setups. Think local markets, and it's economics on a human scale, where businesses fit the community. In Japan, family-run sake breweries have thrived for generations, while in Portland, Oregon, you've got microbreweries and artisan bakers, keeping it small and real. Quality is high, and people stay connected to what they make. Distributism puts justice first. Economic systems should care about fairness and people's well-being, fair wages, decent conditions, and real access to property. It's about making sure everyone gets a slice of the pie worth having. Think of Germany's code termination laws, where workers sit on company boards, or Habitat for Humanity, helping families own homes. Need proof it works? Check out Mondragon in Spain. It's a network of worker co-ops where the people running the show also own it. Everything from supermarkets to tech firms. Employees are the bosses, making decisions and sharing the rewards. Or look at Suma in the UK, a worker-owned wholesaler that's been delivering food and fairness since the 70s. It's distributism in action, showing ownership can scale with soul. Or take Emilia-Romagna, Italy. This region's packed with small, family-owned firms and co-ops. Think artisans making parmesan or mechanics building custom bikes. It's a web of little players thriving together. Closer to home, think of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, where family businesses and co-ops keep the economy humming. Distributism also nods to the past, like medieval guilds or old agrarian setups. Back then, artisans owned their tools, farmers worked their land. Think blacksmiths in 14th century Florence, or peasants with common fields in England. Even earlier, indigenous tribes like the Haudenosaunee shared land stewardship among families. It was a world where regular folks had control over their livelihoods. Today, distributism's popping up in talks about localism, sustainable farming, and the small is beautiful crowd. Tech's in the mix too, like the gig economy, letting freelancers own their schedules, or 3D printing, helping makers craft goods at home. Look at Etsy sellers building mini empires from their kitchens, or urban farms in Detroit growing food for neighbors. It's got ideas for right now if we steer it right. At its core, distributism is about empowerment, handing people the reins to their own lives. It's a challenge to rethink wealth. It is agency, community, purpose. It's about building one where you actually call the shots.